I would ask you to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon.
In the era of justice, grief becomes a weapon for those who refuse to remain silent. Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal, was an American serial killer who killed 17 males. Many of his murders involved necrophilia and Jeffrey Dahmer was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the first of two sons to Lionel Herbert Dahmer and Joyce Annette Dahmer. His dad studied chemistry at Marquette University and later became a research chemist, while his mom taught people how to use teletype machines. Some people claim Dahmer didn't get much attention as a baby, but others say his parents cared for him when he was little, even though his mom could be demanding and argue with his dad and neighbors. He had some mental health problems, like borderline personality disorder and schizotypal personality disorder. Dahmer was still considered legally responsible for his actions during his trial. He was found guilty of 15 out of the 16 murders and was given 15 life sentences. Later, he was also given another life sentence for another murder he committed in Ohio in 1978. Moving on, one of the victim's sisters, Isabel,
oldest sister of Errol Lindsay, whatever your name is, Satan, I'm mad. This is how you act when you are out of control,
shouted at Dahmer in court for what he did to her brother. During Dahmer's sentencing in 1992,
I don't want to ever see my mother have to go through this again. Never, Jeffrey! Jeffrey! I hate you, mother! I hate you!
Isabel, understandably distraught, directly expressed her feelings to him, telling him she hated him. Sheriff's deputies had to step in to help calm her down. Speaking to the AP, she explained that she wanted Dahmer to grasp the true meaning of lacking control. This was prompted by Dahmer's lawyer portraying him as out of control when he committed his crimes. After that, on November 28, 1994, Dahmer left his cell for his assigned work. He was with two other inmates, Jesse Anderson and Christopher Scarver. They were in the showers of the prison gym without supervision for about 20 minutes. Around 8:10 a.m., Dahmer was found in the bathroom of the gym with serious head injuries from being hit with a metal bar. He was still alive, but died 1 hour later in the hospital. It's truly devastating to imagine confronting a criminal who has harmed your loved ones. Unfortunately, this was the harsh reality for one family. Lawrence Nassar, a former doctor in America, had a long-standing position with the United States women's national gymnastics team, spanning 18 years. However, during this time, he exploited his position of authority and trust, subjecting numerous young athletes to assault. Nassar was given a punishment of 60 years in federal prison because he admitted to having child and trying to hide evidence. Then, on January 24, 2018, he was given another sentence of 40 to 175 years in Michigan State Prison for admitting to 7 cases of assaulting people. Finally, on February 5, 2018, he got another sentence of 40 to 125 years for admitting to assaulting 3 more people. What unfolded in the courtroom was indeed another harrowing chapter.
You son.
The father of 3 daughters attempted to physically confront him in a Michigan courtroom.
I would ask you to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon.
Randall Margraves was the father of Lauren and Madison Margraves, both of whom Nassar had abused. Their accounts of Nassar's assaults were shared before their father addressed the court. Additionally, Morgan Margraves, another daughter, had prepared a statement that was read during Nassar's sentencing in a nearby county the previous month. These events transpired amidst a backdrop of numerous young women coming forward to testify about Nassar's decades-long pattern of abuse. In one courtroom alone, over 150 women bravely shared their stories, shedding light on the extent of Nasser's atrocities. And in the courtroom where the father's emotional outburst occurred, many more survivors stepped forward to recount the trauma inflicted upon them by Nasser.
Well, I'm gonna have to get something on.
The police took Margraves because they thought he was disrespectful to the court. They put handcuffs on him and brought him back to the court during lunch. He said sorry to the court, explaining that he got upset because of what he did to his daughters. Also, Nasser shook his head as if what happened didn't happen. Judge Cunningham decided to release him without imposing a fine or other penalties, considering the circumstances. However, she made it clear that his actions were unacceptable. Later, Margraves spoke to reporters, responding to social media calling him a hero. He clarified that he did not consider himself a hero. Rather, he believed his daughters, along with the victims and survivors of the assaults, were the true heroes. Margraves also expressed his wish that Nasser, upon his death, would be consigned to the depths of hell. Are you enjoying the video? If so, subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest content. Meet Michael Madison, an American man from East Cleveland, Ohio, born on October 15, 1977. He was convicted of murdering at least 3 women between 2012 and 2013. In 2013, the police arrested him and charged him with these crimes. Following his trial, the court sentenced him to death for his actions. Michael Madison endured a troubled childhood marked by severe abuse from his mother and mistreatment from her boyfriends, leading to conflicted emotions upon her passing. The police went to a garage rented by someone named Madison after receiving complaints about a foul odor. Inside, they discovered a deceased person. The following day, they uncovered 2 more bodies, one in a backyard and another in the basement of an unoccupied house. All 3 women were found nearby, wrapped in plastic bags. Their names were Shatisa Sheely, Angela Deskins, and Sherelda Helen Terry. Shatisha, 28, had been missing since September 2012. Angela, 38, was reported missing in June 2013. Sherelda, 18, was last seen on July 10, 2013, leaving a summer job at a school. In a shocking courtroom moment, Van Terry, the father of Sherelda Terry, who was killed by Ohio serial killer Michael Madison, did something unexpected. After the judge sentenced Madison to death, Terry had been talking about how much he missed his daughter. But then he stopped suddenly and looked at Madison, who was sitting with his lawyers. In a burst of emotion, Terry ran at Madison and jumped over the table between them. This surprising move showed Terry's intense feelings, likely a mix of anger, grief, and a need for justice after what happened to his daughter. Deputies in the courtroom tried to stop Terry as Madison and others moved away from the chaos. It was noisy and confusing for a moment, with someone in the audience shouting "No" over and over, and another person yelling "Terry." Police officers then stepped in and removed Terry from the courtroom.